Don't blink, it's your boy, welcome to the show. Doing well, having a wonderful day, making sure that my playthrough is working, and we didn't make sure at all. So pretty busy day. Sorry there wasn't a lot of videos today. I'm gonna make it up though because we're gonna be filming a shit ton of videos. So without further ado, here we go. You want me to forget you? Tumbling, it's your buddy. Welcome to our show. Something well to having a wonderful day on this delightful 25th August 25. We saw my mom, so of course we got the Mama Vendetta treatment, which is not one but 5 of these bad boys that I've never tasted. So this is a taste test that I'm hoping is really good because otherwise I have these, but I'm just gonna give to people. The Shortbread Bakery, shortbread buttery toffee. So it sounds delightful. She bought it at Own Sense. For the lava shortbread cannot be expressed through a cookie. They are delicious, smooth gourmet shortbread from the Shortbread Factory. Every taste of love baked in. Light, buttery, sweet, and exquisite. These carefully crafted shortbread cookies are sure to bring a smile. But be forewarned, they are addictive. You had me at forewarned because your usage of a advanced English made me go like, what? What? Is color made those cookies? Of course, you can see here that I don't have any skills at opening boxes. My mom printed out some CV today. I hope she took out the fact that I was an expert box opener because it's a lie. That is a lie, Mom. So I'm excited. Again, a bit nervous because 5 boxes. These are the bad boys in question. These are the bad boys in question. I'm showing the box. These are the bad boys in question. Out for the year. And let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. From not the best box, but not the best plastic opener. But at the same time, we are kind of following a trend of being pretty average. I think it makes me human. Takes us being average is relatable. I had an emotional day, so now we're gonna be eating our emotion. So finally, for the taste test. We got the one, the only Shortbread Bakery salted caramel. No, buttery toffee, sorry. Mmm. 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 Wow. Oh. Delicious, addictive. But it's true right now, and I'm gonna try not to eat more than a box a night. Why is it so good? Well, first of all, I get the shortbread. However, it's more a question of how buttery it is. This in this case is quite nice. Oh yeah. Yeah. But not only that, because this is the coffee of the caramel. Sorry, I wrote coffee, caramel, coffee. I'm gonna struggle because the shortbread itself is a lot more shortbread. The taste of the shortbread is a lot stronger than caramel. However, this is amazing because one time you're done eating the shortbread, you have a lot of coffee in your mouth. So that nice mixture. These are so good. But chill out, otherwise I'm gonna be eating the whole thing. Very sweet, very dry. The shortbread, what should you expect? Don't blink as you're buying. Welcome to the show. because I'm doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day on this phenomenal 25th August 2025. Today we're doing a special kind of intro. I usually do my intro in the morning, however, my day is nearly finished. So, what did we do today? A very good question. I'm glad that you asked because, guys, I wouldn't be talking about it, right? So, we're working the background on the tower. Made a couple mistakes, I hurt a couple people, but hey, we're good. We're standing. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What happened to the people that made that song? I don't even know who did that song. We went to my mom's house today, which was quite nice because we got to talk. I got to chill with my mom. I only see her once a month, so when I see her, it's more special. My day started out really weird. So the plan was to go in and do a little bit of videos, right? And then in the morning I would have the videos and I would be able to continue. And then the plan became, okay, well, I'm not able to sleep, so I'm gonna be streaming. So then we woke up and we woke up later than usual. And because we woke up later than usual, I wasn't really able to follow the plan. So the plan was to upload a lot of videos, but then I didn't have a lot of videos to upload. Now that's not true, but at the same time, it's not true because we do have a lot of videos. But when I go to sleep, when I go to do something, what I love doing is I love uploading a longer form of content. Because with shorter form of content, usually what they'll do, they'll break. So they'll stop uploading, they'll upload in 3 minutes fragments. By uploading longer form of content, and basically getting the whole thing, which is kind of nice. So yeah, that being said, my moment went well. A bit of a discussion, a bit of a, an easy talk, but at the same time, it was an easy talk. We had a talk with my stepfather. I don't see him a lot, so it's nice. We don't have the best relationship, but when we do talk, it's pretty. It's nuts. It's nuts. Because when I was around, it wasn't bad, but now that I'm not around, like, part of me was protective over my mom, I think. But then I didn't give him a chance to. Didn't give him a chance to prove that he was a good dude. I didn't know that he was a good dude. But automatically I thought he was a bad dude. That's because you don't get the chance, you don't give the chance to people to be nice. That's pretty much it. So we went back home, we uploaded a little bit, tried to sleep, didn't work. We went to do a TikTok live now, we just finished the TikTok live, we're gonna be some videos. It is 7:24. Hopefully we can make it over until 9 o'clock today. And if I can make videos until 9 o'clock today, I'll be quite happy. Because we've done so much, which is good. And tomorrow's gonna be the same thing because tomorrow I have to go to my father's house. Shortbread bakery cookie, toffee, shortbread toffee caramel. Oh. More the same thing. And I'm leaving for 3 hours, so. I forgot to call your father, dude. Fuck. I have to go. My father before it's too late and he complains. I'm still standing. No, I didn't ask you. Salut, pas ça bien? Oui, tu m'as oublié? Tu m'as oublié?
Je t'ai oublié quoi?
Je t'ai appelé matin, tu m'as dit je t'appelle plus tard.
Ah!
Oui, oui, j'ai entendu.
Ah,
C'est pas grave. C'est pas grave. Je l'ai juste appelé pour te confirmer pour demain.
Oui.
Good. Qu'est-ce que je pourrais faire? C'est que je pourrais venir vers les 8h30. On check ça ensemble, on prend le petit déjeuner ensemble. À 10h, on y va tout de suite, on s'est fait.
Oui.
On vient prendre un café, puis c'est fait.
Ah.
Ça te va, ça? Là, j'ai toute l'information, j'ai toute l'information. On va être correct.
Ok, c'est bon.
C'est bon?
Oui.
Fait que toi, t'as passé une belle journée?
Oui.
Tu diras merci à Nat, elle m'a appelé pour me dire que t'étais à l'épicerie. Comme ça, j'ai pu t'appeler pendant que t'étais occupé.
Non, mais parce que là, quand on est au travail du monde,
Ouais, non, non, papa, il n'y a pas de stress. Qu'est-ce que t'es allé où?
pas trop ici.
Ok, ok. Y avait-tu des beaux spéciales?
Non, parce qu'il manquait, quand t'avais vu que la marguerite en spécial, c'est vrai qu'il était dans le pamphlet, mais c'était pas de la même grosseur que qu'est-ce qu'on a d'habitude. Il était moins cher, mais
Il était
le
moins
bouillie
gros.
était plus petit.
Oui, mais hey, l'autre fois, je capotais. Te rappelles-tu l'autre fois avec l'hummus?
Oui.
Il vendait ça à Dieu qui quand même, tu regardais le pot, c'est un 200 grammes.
Ah oui.
Ben, en passant, là,
Oui.
j'ai vu maman aujourd'hui,
Ah, ok.
tu as capoté. Elle m'a donné un pot d'houmous. C'est 800 grammes, toi.
800 grammes.
Je pensais même pas que ça existait.
Bon, ça.
Je pensais même pas que ça existait.
J'en ai jamais vu.
Ah, je t'enverrai une photo.
Ok.
As-tu vu qu'est-ce que je t'ai envoyé? Au téléphone?
Quand ça, aujourd'hui?
Là, je t'ai envoyé une vidéo hier.
Ah, mais ça a duré une seconde et deux.
Oui, mais sur le téléphone que je t'ai envoyé, t'as pas le... T'as envoyé à 10h quelque?
Oui.
Mais j'ai envoyé ça à 6h.
Oh, oui, ça rentrait à 10h quelque.
Parce que je suis arrivé pour t'envoyer une photo. Il n'y a pas l'option.
Ok.
Fait qu'il a fallu que je t'envoie une vidéo pour que ça marche. Mais comme tu as vu avec l'élastique, c'est pas beau là.
Non, mais ça a duré une seconde et deux, max.
Ouais, mais je sais pas, mais je peux pas t'envoyer une photo, puis je t'envoie une vidéo qui était comme une photo.
Ok. Ok.
Tu comprends?
Mais c'est quoi?
Papa, je l'ai dit, le téléphone il était plein. Oh, t'as pas vu la vidéo?
Non.
Ah! J'avais.
Ça a duré une seconde et deux, fait que j'ai pas pu voir
Ok. Qu'est-ce que je t'avais dit? J'ai dû annuler pour aujourd'hui, parce que mon téléphone, il était tout croche. Il était plein d'élastique.
Hier, là.
Oui. Il était plein d'élastique. J'avais envoyé une photo avec les élastiques dessus.
Ah, ok.
Pour te montrer à quel point qu'ils gardent. Je sais pas, moi, attends. Je pense que c'est là-bas, ils vont le voir, ils vont me juger. Là.
Non, c'est ça.
Fait que c'est bon, fait que passe une belle soirée, prends soin de toi, puis on se voit demain à 8h30.
Oui, cool.
Bye, papa.
Ok, bye bye.
Love my father. Love my father. Looking like a lonely child. I'm still standing. Yeah.
Scandale habituellement son pays. Dominic mon ami. I still call myself a pyramid. I just have this basic brain. This is a floating. Ah oui, exactement. Deux tout croches avec un scam.
Deux tout croches avec un scam. Viens parler de buzz, bro. Que j'ai parti leur produit, puis qu'à la fin, ils vont te le dire eux-mêmes que je suis pas un scam, mais ça me fait plaisir que tu penses ça, t'inquiète pas.
Dans la fin de vous.
Change pas le principe. J'ai la tête d'un scammer,
Bon. I'm paying. Don't blink if you're blink. Welcome to Commentary Show. Because doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day on this 25th August 2005. I should have done this. I should have done this. And don't do this. And then don't blink if you're blink. I don't know if I should do that. Today is welcome to the brain of Ink Vendetta, which is sometimes brilliant, sometimes below average. So today we'll be talking about something that happens to me. It doesn't happen to a lot of people, but today we're very inspired to make content. So today we saw my mom. Hi, Mom, and it was lovely. However, I couldn't work. Because I couldn't work, I feel more creative. However, this sudden rush of this sudden urge, this sudden unlocked the door to knowledge. Took that from Fullmetal Alchemist, which is a great show. Possibly come from a lack of self-respect, lack of self-love, a bit of insecurities, and possibly is forced to make content. Possibly is forced to, okay, have to be creative. You didn't do anything today, or it's just that you're using that positive creative energy for one set of videos instead of two. one in the morning, when the sun sets. Sunrise, sunset. That's how we do it. So then you would think that I could do this. I could do this every single day. Only do it once. Focus the creative energy of the universe into one period of time, and then just chill, right? But then you run the risk of wasting one day, and you waste a day, and you're like, holy crap, I'm gonna be so constructive. I'm gonna be so inspired, and you're not inspired. So you lost a day for nothing. Why are we making this video? Because I want to show you the mind. This is how I think. This is the behind the scenes. This is the insanity. And then if you're saying that you're done doing things properly, you have to lose your mind doing something that you love. Really? You've never had a relationship where you think you lost your mind. You look at this person and you sold yourself, and you told yourself, I'm selling my sanity for these people. I don't even mind. I'm burning my inner world for these people, and it doesn't even matter. You fall in love with one person that breaks your heart. We're that. And you're out here creating a dream, building the dream that you've been dreaming about for now, an eighth of your life. You're able to put in the sacrifices. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the commentary show. Visiting Walks are having a wonderful day on this 25th August 2025. Today we're talking about MGK, but we're talking about, because this is a video we did before, but today we feel more creative, and I just finished watching Ticket to My Downfall. Oh, guess what? Let's bring on the old chain and balls of multitasking while making content. So, as I mentioned this, MGK, which is insane because I did a video last week about the genius of it, and it was insane because, okay, so let's take that, right? I did a video about 2 months ago, and this is when you know that I've been doing this for too long today and I'm going insane. I made a video a month ago, and we were reacting to MGK Vampire Diaries, and I was like, okay, well, guess what? It's completely different from Ticket to My Downfall. I fell in love with his artistic sense while he was making Ticket to My Downfall. So, and I was like, you know what? It's good, but it's different, and I don't know if I prefer the old time or the new time. I love it. Oh, his voice. It's funny because, and the reaction, it's when in comments, it made me feel, and the word we're looking for is hella guilty. Because the person was basically saying, hey, he's happy. Who cares if you like the music? Not to me personally, but it was like, who cares if you prefer the music he was doing before or prefer the music that he's doing now? He's healthier, he's happier. And at the same time, it completely blew my mind. Now, it's gonna be a long video, so sit down. I'm gonna have it grab a Shortbread Bakery caramel toffee shortbread cookies. Not a sponsor, but who knows with the social nowadays, the social life of the internet. There's 3 main subjects of this video: guilt, pain, and past, present, and future. So we're gonna talk with guilt, right? And I saw the comments and I felt guilty because he was right? As long as this content creator, because yes, a musician is a content creator, right? As long as he's happier, you should embrace what he's doing. You know what? I am an asshole, which is the part that we call guilt. I'm an asshole for looking at this and say I prefer when he was sad. I prefer when he was doing music that that made me feel that way. That's bad because this is not caring about the content creator, right? We lost King Cobra GFS this week. And I cared about Josh a lot because I related to him a lot, and it was very that made me. It was somebody that made me, inspired me. You made me more comfortable with being neurodivergent, and based on that, that was a plus, you know. And ultimately speaking, what broke my heart was Clint, his father, saying that as an answer to the troll, he wanted to delete all the social media of Joshua, King Cobra GFS, as the last fuck you, as the last hurrah, you know. And I felt that Clint was right. I felt that he was doing that. And then for a content creator, and then this brought me back to the MGK. So did it bring me back to MGK? No. This is a absolute, complete fabrication. This is a lie. Do not believe the guy that's talking to you. It didn't bring me back. However, tonight I was doing a live. There was nobody. I was talking to myself, just like right now. I was listening to music. And I listened to Take Up to My Downfall, which is the music video that is 49 minutes that he made, right? My apologies. It was just gorgeous. And I fell in love with this, and this is where the idea came from. Now the reality is I didn't make videos today, so my creativity is left untouched today, and I'm feeling very creative. So yeah. So what ended up happening is I saw Josh, and I'm not here to point fingers, but the hate possibly, allegedly drove him to drink and drove him to sadly pass away. Am I saying that the hate is what drove MGK to make Ticket to My Downfall? No, I'm not saying that. However, the battle versus the rap battles or the beef between him and Eminem definitely had a part to do in that. The fact that during filming, in between Ticket to My Downfall and his last album, he lost a baby with Megan, and I still to him like he's my friend. That's a baby. That's that's awful. You know, that's awful. And there's guilt because he's going through so much, and like, wow, you're a talented genius. You're a musical genius. However, you deserve better. And if your talent is reliant on your pain, then fuck talents. You know? Right? But then expressing your emotion when you're feeling an emotion is also a beautiful thing. And you should be able to express every single emotion that you want to express, even though they're negative or positive. I made a video about King, Cobra GFS, and it was a long video, so people didn't watch it. And then they thought I lost a friend. And I was like, I didn't know the guy, but I cared about him. He felt like a friend. He wasn't a friend, but he felt like a friend. I felt like I knew Josh. And again, I keep on bringing back Josh because these two elements are these. Josh's death and Ticket to My Downfall are the epitome of the sadness, because since I live in a bubble, which is content creation, I don't go out of this bubble a lot. So in this bubble, I'm pretty safe from positive emotion and negative emotion. Therefore, henceforth, when positive emotion happen to me, I feel them a lot because my life is so boring. And when negative emotion happen, I feel them a lot. So, Josh death and Ticket to My Downfall are the picture or the physical representation of pain in my week, my month, right? Which is the month of August, which is almost done, you know? But there's a guilt. And out of that guilt, I stopped listening to MGK. How is that making any freaking sense at all? I stopped listening to MGK for a simple version, for a very simple purpose. My favorite album that he did, my favorite music are all Tickets to My Downfall. I shouldn't be enjoying something that's made this life of the musician terrible, right? So out of guilt, I stopped listening to it. But then tonight, it just came up in my FYP, or in my, no, not my FYP. FYP is TikTok. It just came out in my recommended on YouTube, you know? I was like, okay, that's kind of insane. So I did watch it. And again, just this feeling of falling in love with an album. The importance of it, I'm not going to say it because I said it in other videos, but basically, Get to My Downfall came out and the pandemic. It was just another period of time to just be alive. It was a completely different world. It was a completely different emotion. It was insane. You know? So that meant something to me. If it wasn't released during that time, I possibly wouldn't listen to it. And just listening to it at work. At work, this is insane, but the movie Ticket to My Downfall was 49 minutes. I had a tent. No, that's not true. What is 40 hours? It's 2,400 minutes, right? 2,040 minutes divided by 40. 2,400 minutes divided by 50. This 49 minutes is 1,200. 1,200 minutes ends up being 28 hours, right? Yeah. So 2% of my week was there. No, it doesn't make any sense, but who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? That was more than 2% of my life, but fuck it. This is when you see that I could be good at math if I paid attention to school. But it's... Because these shackles are more than just intellectual shackles. They're internal shackles, right? A system that you learn and be a good employee. And you don't not having your own business, not having your own ideas, not being a business manager, but just following a slavery based on wage, you know? Be a bit of an anti-establishment, but if the establishment was perfect, nobody would be anti it. Okay, this is not political. I'm getting some time because we're playing the tower, and I need to upgrade my tower, stop talking and talking and talking. Now not making sense because I'm not focused, but then here we are, we're back. Yes, there's guilt, and I listened to it and I was like, holy shit, right? And then there's the we're gonna switch it up. There's the past, present, and the future. And the past, present, and future is awesome. I was reading the comments because again, this live was boring, and I was reading the comments. And the comments were talking about how this was the importance of the album, the importance of the period during which the album was released, i.e., the pandemic. Right? We're talking about that, which is, I feel like it's raining, to be honest. Which is, it is important because again, people had nothing to do. People were stuck inside, and Ticket to My Downfall was a freaking movie, it was a fucking concert, you know. So past, present, and future. What is that important? Well, past, present, and future is the representation of, yes, that's 35 years ago. Move on. Move on. And these are things that I tell myself. Move on, bro. There's better out there. But then, who cares? Who cares when it was released? Who cares when it was happening? I used to judge my parents for listening to music they listened to when they were younger. I'm doing the same. I'm listening to Breaking Benjamin, Fall in Reverse. My biggest heartbreak, talk about guilt before, my biggest heartbreak was Ronnie Radke. And I haven't been able to listen to Fall in Reverse since then. My favorite song is something that I have tattooed on my body, is The Drug in Me Is You. And he's like, oh yeah, I sound like shit on that one. I'm like, dude, you help people, you save life. How dare you? And again, it's his career, it's his music, it's his choice, it's his property, right? If you want to spit on his own castle, spit in your own castle, right? This is your castle. I'm just living in it. It was still a heartbreak. And I still thought it was very, very uncalled for, right? But at the same time, as a musical artist, you see a future, right? And you see, as an artist at all, maybe a painter, a content creator, a fighter, you don't want something to be your prime, because if it's something is your prime, you can't evolve. Us saying that Ticket to My Downfall is MGK's best piece of work is low-key, high-key, telling other people that he will never do something that's good, so why bother listening to him? Why bother creating content if it's not going to be as good? Does that make any sense to you? Because it makes sense to me. It's those clouds are dark, right? I think there's going to be some rain. Are we waiting rain, guys? Are we? I don't know. Let me check.